Hello everyone. Halloween is right around the corner, and with it, another opportunity to make a spooktacular build for my mega fantasy world of Azuren. Today's build was inspired by the legendary tale of Frankenstein. The Falkenstroms were an aristocratic family who were cursed with a magical ailment that would significantly shorten their lifespans. Due to this condition, a young Heinrich Falkenstrom developed an obsession with mortality, as he sought to harness the powers of both life and death. Although a man of science and not generally a religious type, Lord Heinrich would occasionally pray to the five gods to give him the insight he needed. Then, in a dream, came his answer, from a god he didn't recognize. The stranger told him of many secrets, including the powers of lightning, the emerald bolts of death magic. When Heinrich awoke, he got to work retrofitting the castle with a laboratory and a lightning catcher, so that he may one day achieve immortality. I start off this build by making this cliff face out of boulders and giving it a quick texture. For the castle, I really wanted to combine elements from the real Frankenstein castle with the fictional elements from Mary Shelley's book. I decided early on that I wanted the castle to be mostly comprised of bulky square-shaped towers. Here I start to fill in some of the details for the walls and towers to help me get a sense of what the castle is going to look like. I then paste the tower design onto the other towers. Here I went for some non-cardinally angled sections of the castle to help make the shape more interesting. This is where I came up with the idea that the symbol of the Falkenstroms being a falcon with a lightning bolt would be kind of funny. Now we'll work on building Lord Falkenstrom's laboratory. I probably should have saved the interior for after the exterior was finished, but sometimes I prefer to work out of order. It was interesting to come up with what kind of things would go in a necroalchemical lab. I decided to add a Gothic-esque facade with arches to the entrance of the castle. Here I try out some texturing on these otherwise very plain walls. I make another angled section of the castle. These can actually be pretty fun to make. Now I work on the central tower of the castle. I wanted all three of the big towers to have their own unique visual identity. This tower being the tallest houses the lightning catcher, a giant Tesla coil-like device used to power the laboratory. Here I build a small greenhouse. This would supply Lord Falkenstrom with all manner of plant-based alchemical ingredients for his experiments. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of replay footage here, so I can't show the process of making the other towers. The tower on the left is a classic Gothic bell tower, although the tower on the right is heavily inspired by the real Frankenstein castle. Now it's time for interiors. I start by making the dining room and then move on to the library. I wanted these rooms to feel a little creepy, so I add details like cobwebs and a seance table to the library. Now onto the basement. I start with this kitchen room. I wanted a chimney, but there wasn't much room on the existing castle, so I made a chimney coming off the side of the wall. I took inspiration from Howl's Moving Castle for this. I also thought it'd be fun to add some hanging meat to the kitchen. Here I make a boiler room. I start with the large boiler and add a stove for a cauldron. I also add another chimney coming off the wall. The last room I make is the Falkenstrom crypts. I can imagine Lord Falkenstrom would have found some use for the cadavers buried here. For the finishing touches, I give the roof a pattern texture, put some snow on the cliff face, and add a few trees. And with that, the build is complete. Hey, thanks for watching my video. As usual, I haven't released the download link for this build, but I do plan on making a Patreon if my channel gets more engagement, so stay tuned if you want to download my builds in the future. Happy Halloween, everyone.